Oh, you look nice. I look rough.
Look, I just went and put my hair down a little bit, put on a little eyeliner, mascara,
That's
the
good. That's
basics.
good. Hi, Becky. Hey. Let's see who else comes on so we can have this discussion.
All right.
So how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I don't know if you
Good.
saw the video that I posted today, but I had a little scare with my son this morning.
Oh,
But
yeah.
he is feeling a lot. He's looking and seems to be feeling a lot better. So I'm
That's
grateful for
good.
that. Yeah.
That's really, really good. Hi, Stevia. Welcome on board. And Becky. Well, we can start and then we can post it later. But basically, we're talking about reaching out for help in this season. So we know there's a lot going on. But also, April is Counseling Awareness Month. So we know you're a coach, like people getting help with coaches, people getting help with counselors, people getting help in reaching out. So, what are your thoughts on getting help right now?
Um, I think getting help is very important, not
Yeah,
just for this season of what's going on right now, but just for period,
good.
a
Yeah.
period just through life because we all need help. We
Yes.
all need some kind of guidance, and we shouldn't be
Yeah.
ashamed to seek it out or receive it. So I
Yeah.
just think it's important all around as we walk in our life's journey and as we
Mhm.
pursue our purpose.
Good. That's really, really good. So my story is that last year I went and did like a whole year of therapy. Even though I'm a therapist, I was like, I'm gonna find somebody to help me walk out this life. And it was the best thing I've ever done. So I
Mhm.
value getting help. I value reaching out. I value people asking for help because life is hard and we all need people, right?
Right, right.
Yeah.
Um, and I'll say this, as someone where I work on a
Mm-hmm.
daily basis with people who have mental health issues or
Yeah.
developmental delays, as well. I'm a mom of a daughter with ADD, which is falls under that mental health bracket, and I have a son that is on the autism spectrum. Not
Wow.
just that, I'm going to grad school for clinical mental health counseling, and
Wow.
so and being a minister, I love to serve people, and I understand the importance of helping people. But
Yeah.
not just that, in my own personal life, I know what it's like to have gone through depression,
Yeah.
anxiety, fear, suicidal thoughts. I know what it is to have lost myself in marriage, motherhood, religion, and in people. And I
Yeah.
know what it is to have to seek out counseling myself
Yeah.
and to overcome that as well. And
Yeah.
so this is not just as a mental health and support coach, it's not something that I just do because I'm trained to do it, but I do it because I know what it's like to go through it. My heart
Absolutely.
is to love people, to serve them. My heart is to help them emotionally, mentally, spiritually, so that
Yeah.
they can be successfully, physically in their lives and through their journey.
Yeah.
My heart is to push people in their purpose, to
Yeah.
motivate and inspire them. And so I believe that there's no way that I can do that, and there's no way that you can do that, and other counselors, therapists, mental health coach people, unless we are honest and authentic
Yeah.
about our struggle and our
Yeah.
walk and how we've overcome.
That's good. That's really good. So, what are some basic ideas you have or basic tips that you have for people right now as they're processing all of this business? What are some practical tools you want to give them?
Well, just for an everyday basis, I believe that it's very important for us to prioritize our lives, really just to prioritize our day. Every
Mm-hmm.
day is very important. And we have to be okay with putting those things that are important to us at the top of our list, like our family, ourselves, our children, our spouses, those people that love us, and
Mm-hmm.
support us. And so we support them back. And
Yeah.
those things that may not necessarily be a priority, we need to be okay with putting them at the bottom of the list, and maybe even telling people, hey, I cannot do that right now. Maybe I can get to it a different day, or maybe I just can't get to it at all. So
Mm-hmm.
number one, prioritizing your life, your day, your journey is very important. I
That's
also
good.
believe in prayer. To me, prayer is very
Amen.
important. And I know that some people meditate because prayer helps to center your spirit for whatever it is that you're about to conquer through that day. So I
Yeah.
believe that is very important so that we can
Yeah.
be connected to the source. My source is God. And I believe that it's
Yeah.
very important for us to hear him
Yeah.
um,
Amen.
every
I
day
believe it.
throughout the day. It's
Yes.
important for ourselves. It's important for our marriage. It's important for our children. It's just important for our life and where we're trying to go. And
That's
then number three, I think it's very important to set boundaries, because so many
good.
of us find ourselves in toxic environments, maybe toxic friendships, toxic relationships, and we have to learn to set boundaries and be okay with setting boundaries. We have to be okay with telling people no, you know, and that falls under the line of people pleasing. We have to be okay with not being people pleasers, and that's something that I struggled at one point in time in my life. You know, and I had to get a grip on myself and realize that, you know, God has a purpose and a plan for my life. And so my heart to him, or me pleasing him, is what is important. Amen. Not so much what I'm trying to do for people in order to get them to like me. And I believe there are many people out there, the reason why you are people pleasing is because you want people to like you. You want people to love you. You want people to accept you. Some of you are even people pleasing on your job because you want a promotion. But really what you're doing is you're wearing yourself out. And I've said this before, and I know this may be a strong statement. Some people may not agree, but I really believe that people pleasing is a form of manipulation, because what we're trying to do is we're trying to manipulate people into loving us, liking us, and accepting us. We're trying to manipulate people into maybe putting us on a higher level, whatever it is. To me, it's all a form of manipulation. And when we're not honest and authentic and transparent, and not people of integrity in the beginning, then whatever it is that we're trying to reach for and grab onto, it won't last. We won't be able to continue to hold on to it because we're trying to manipulate. And then my last thing would be is just to really pursue your purpose. Focus on your purpose. I believe that so many of us are struggling with mental health issues. Is because we don't know what our purpose is. We don't know who we are. We don't know why we were sent to this earth. We don't know what we're called to accomplish. And so I believe when we are pursuing that purpose, then we become aware of who we are. And then we can walk in boldness. We can walk in confidence. We can walk in truth. We can just, really, fulfill our purpose. And so I want to encourage any person out there, if you know that, well, we all have a purpose. And so what I want you to do is to tap into that purpose. And I really believe that whatever it is that you're passionate to is closely tied to your purpose. And so connect yourself with purpose-minded people who are passionate, people who are positive, people who are purpose-driven. Connect yourself to people like that, and disconnect yourself from people who are not even trying to figure out what their purpose is. And so that's very important. So again, prioritize your life, prayer, setting boundaries, and pursuing your purpose, I believe, are very important things. And I want to say this as well, because I know some people, of course, like I said, some people are dealing with mental health issues because they don't know who they are. They don't know their purpose. But then there are those of you that you know your purpose, but you have been wounded. You have been wounded emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and physically. You have been abused in some form of fashion. And so that could be a reason why you are struggling with your mental health. That is probably the reason why you're dealing with anxiety, fear, depression, suicidal thoughts, because you have been wounded and you have not been healed. And so I want to encourage you to do whatever you need to do. That is why it's so important to get counseling. That's why it's so important to get mental health coaching or some kind of coaching so that you can heal. It's not just about going to church and praying about it. You have to do something about it, because even the Bible tells us faith without works is dead. So you can pray all day, but if you don't have the strategy, if you don't have the tools, if you don't have the help to get over that hurdle that you're going through, that pain, those wounds, then you're really not going to be able to get to where you're trying to get to. And then there are some of you who may be dealing with mental health issues because it's in the bloodline of your family.
That's
and
good.
And maybe you're having to be on medication because of what you're going through, because it's in the bloodline. And I want to encourage you, don't let anybody embarrass you by having to take medication, because to me, medication is a form of help. until you can get to
That's
the place
good.
where you need to be in order to succeed.
Absolutely.
So don't let anybody embarrass you about your journey, about your mental health issues. Be open, be transparent about it.
Yeah.
Make sure that you're connecting to the right tribe of
Yeah.
people that love you, support you, encourage you, and push you. And so
That's good.
that is some tips and tools that I would give.
That's awesome. I love everything you said. And I'm super passionate about being holistic, so spirit, soul, body. And I love that you bring in prayer. I love the practical tips. I love people taking ownership of their healing and taking initiative to get help. So that was so good. I wanted to do a short live with you, and this was powerful. So I'm going to save it and post it so people can watch it, so people can be blessed by it. Thank you so much for joining me, and let's do it again. Let's do more of this. It was
Yes,
good.
thank you so much for having me. I
Of course.
enjoyed it. And yes, let's do it again. You just keep me posted, and I would love to do it.
I
Yes.
will. Thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. Thank you. Bye.
Thank y'all. Y'all have a good night. Thank you so
You
much.
too.